Lexapro, Cymbalta, Gabapentin, hydrocodone, Xanax. Those are just 5 of the prescriptions the doctors put me on over the last few years. And every time I went to the doctor with issues like anxiety or depression, it was always like, here's another prescription, go eat that and you're gonna feel better. The problem is every single thing that I ever pursued to try to fix myself, whether it was popping pills and thinking it's okay because the doctor gave it to me, or chasing the stuff of this world, or whatever it may be to get that quick fix, it was always a temporary scratch to a lifetime itch. Nothing ever pulled me out of the pit that I was in. I know so many of you struggle with anxiety because you tell me every single day. And I want you to know there is hope for you. And I'm not telling you there's hope for you because I read a self-help book. I've never read a book that's helped me outside of the Bible. And I've never met anyone who's ever helped me outside of God. No one in a doctor's suit, no one in a lab suit, no therapist, no friend, no family member has ever been able to pull me up out of the pit like God has. So when I talk about Jesus and people are like, man, you really love God, don't you? I'm never telling people about God from a self-righteous standpoint, like I've got it figured out, you don't. Live like me, don't live like how you're currently living. That's never my heart. It's never been my heart. My heart is simple. You're hurting, I'm hurting. Something helped me. His name was Jesus. And if you're hurting, maybe he can help you too. My heart is simple. I just don't want to see people hurt. Not only do I not want to see them hurt here, I want them to have the hope of heaven there. So when I tell you these things about anxiety, it's from a place of realness in my heart. I'm speaking it because I've lived it. At 18 years old, I had a gun to my chest and I almost killed myself. I would love to tell you that's the only time in my life that I came close to something like that, but I'd be just another fake, lying Christian speaker who stands up and tells you, I got my life figured out, why don't you be like me? I'm tired of actors. I don't know about you. I'm tired of people who tell you they've got everything figured out when they're struggling themselves. So for me to come off of that platform and to say I struggle too, if that helps you, it's worth it for me. So I told you all the prescriptions the doctors put me on, and not one single pill ever cured me. You might wonder why I'm standing out here right now on top of this house on an island, but I'm here for a reason, because I think there's something symbolic about this. If I was on this island and I tried to find my way around by walking around on the ground, I'd get lost every single time. I don't know which way, south, north, east, or west, and I don't know where I'm going. I know because the day I got lost on this island, it wasn't until I came to this high place, I knew where I was, and no longer was I lost. That's what I want for your life, don't you get it? Because that was me for so many years, going here, going there, never seeing the bigger picture. It wasn't until I asked God, take me to a different place in my life where I see things with new eyes, not my eyes, but your eyes. Help me get out of this anxiety. God, help me get out of this pit. And when I asked him to help me, he did, because his promises are true. The Bible is clear. If you ask, you'll receive. God's gifts are good, and he wants to help you just like he helped me. I'm not out of the woods yet. Every single day is a struggle for me. And some days for me, it's hard to even get out of bed. But I remember all of you, and I remember your messages. And I know that you look for me to encourage you in your times of struggle. So if I have an opportunity to speak into your life, all I'm going to tell you is this. God is the only hope for your anxiety and your depression. And if you don't believe that, fine, cool, I don't care. Go listen to someone else. But that's what I found is true in my life, and it could be true in your life too. I love you. Therefore, I want to tell you that in order to get out of the pit of your life, to see the bigger picture, to see what life is like outside of the shadows, to live in the sun, to know that God is there, the only way you're ever going to get there is if you follow God and you ask him to lift you up out of the pit that you're currently in. You'll never be able to fight depression on your own. You'll never be able to fight those demons and anxiety and those nightmares and that terror and those feelings of numbness on your arm and those panic attacks and those heart races. Trust me, I know, because I live it. But when you fully surrender to God, even in the storm, he's with you. And even when it seems like you don't know where you are, all of a sudden he lifts you up from everybody else and puts you on a place where you see things with new eyes and a fresh perspective. And God has great plans for your life. You don't have to live down there anymore. You can live up here, and you can see life for what it is, and you can see that there's purpose and there's hope, and this thing of peace is not just fiction, it's real, and God can give it to you today. I love you guys so much, and I don't want to see you live down there in the pits of this life. I want you to be lifted up and to have fresh perspective, new life, new hope, full of grace, full of energy, and willing to attack the day and to show other people the same hope that you found in God. Jesus loves you.